So welcome to Feel Good Friday, this 30-minute window to bring you a sense of calm and balance back into your body. And in today's session, we're going to be really allowing ourselves to release stuff that's gotten a bit stagnant and blocked, especially in the base of our body, which is actually where we need to be able to release energy to feel that flow through the body and be able to rest. So find yourself lying down on your back. And just begin to breathe more deeply. And I'm going to play us some music. Just notice how it feels in your body this morning. To lie still. Does it feel like the body still wants to be moving? Does it feel heavy and sluggish, like you don't want to move? How's your mind this morning? Is it jumping around, full of thoughts? Does it feel scattered? Or is there one focus or obsessive thought pattern that's going round and round? Or does it feel foggy? Like you're just not really sure how you think and feel today? Maybe there's calm. Maybe there's surprising calm as you stop and pause. How do you feel? Is there an emotion that's running around your body today? Is there anxiety? Contentment? Frustration? How do I feel? Take a deep breath and just very slowly make your way up to a seat. I like to sit on a cushion usually. This I find makes it easier for me to keep my spine straight. So we're just going to sit cross-legged if that's comfortable for you. And we're actually going to begin at the extremities of our body with our fingers and our toes. And the first thing we're going to do, and I'm going to pause the music while we do this very brief exercise, is we're just going to, and I'll do it, come up close to the camera, I'll do it on my tummy, but we're just going to have our hands on the thighs, and we're just going to like take each finger one at a time and just begin to circle them. So it's like one of those kind of like trying to rub your tummy and pat your head at the same time, and trying to just circle the fingers just independently, one at a time. And it's just really noticing what it feels like. And seeing if you can maybe lift one finger at a time and circle it in the air. So taking each finger one at a time, and all the other fingers down on your lap. And noticing how coordinated am I today. For me, my ring fingers are somehow really hard to move. They're hard to move independently. It's like my brain and body connection for those is just not quite as strong. Just do it one more time, just circling the thumbs and then each finger. just lifting your hands gently, just a tiny bit away from your laps, and just start to almost piano finger with your fingers, letting the fingers start to become this sort of fluid motion. So it starts to then move your whole hand. So it's like a kind of flapping, a kind of trailing, and then just letting it be a shake, just shaking quite gently at first, and then almost allowing it to spread, almost like it's spreading up the arms. So we're just coming up and loosening out of the shoulders, almost like you've got something sticky on your fingers and you're just trying to shake it off. And this is all just part of trying to discharge. I mean, maybe we just start to almost, you're trying to shake it behind you and in front of you. Just let it all, as if you're, whatever it is, you're just trying to shake it off. And then we'll come and sit down on our bottoms. And I like to lean back on my hands to do this, but we're just gonna try and do that same isolation through the toes. So it's a lot more tricky for me and for most people through the toes, but see if you can just keep your toes down on the ground and just lift your big toe, and all your other toes are down, and just lift and lower your big toe, just watching the toes lift, bringing this subtle mind awareness. And then switch over and see if you can hold your big toe down and just lift the rest of your toes. Almost gathering our focus here to do these micro movements. And then just lifting your right foot off the floor for a moment, and just begin to just play the toes like you're doing little piano moves with your toes, like you're trying to play some notes on the piano with your toes. And then letting that extend to be a shake through the ankles, through the calves, up to the knees, and then the whole leg. So again, you've got something, maybe you've got a little crab that's clawed itself onto the side of your foot and you're trying to shake it off. I don't know why a crab came to my mind then, but you're trying to shake a crab that's got itself attached to your foot. Or maybe it's something else that's attached to your foot and you're trying to shake it off, and shaking the whole leg right up into the hip socket. And switch sides, and again, just beginning with those piano toes through the toes. Noticing how tricky it is to manipulate the toes, that mind-body connection of the toes. We don't tend to focus in our feet are trapped in shoes, and then beginning to shake, and then shaking off the whole leg, shaking off that crab attached to your toes. And then coming down, and we're gonna lie down on our back now, and keeping your knees facing up towards the ceiling. We're just going to very slowly begin to windscreen wiper the legs, so allowing the legs to fall over to the left-hand side, feeling that stretch and opening on the right-hand side of the body, and then inhaling the legs up to the center and allowing them to come down to the other side, and just finding your own rhythm with that. It doesn't need to look a certain way. It's really just feeling into your body, just stretching out and opening the side. Again, a place where we can hunch up and feel a bit constricted. And bringing your hands to the side of your body. So as you come down onto one of the sides, just pause there with your legs to one side and just using your hands on your body. Almost imagine if you take your hands between, so one of your hands is down towards your hips and the other hand is up towards, just almost hugging the side of your rib cage, and just imagine that you're just stretching in opposite directions. So you're stroking one hand down towards your thighs and one hand up towards the top of your rib cage, like you're stretching or kneading dough or bread, and you're just lengthening and stretching with your hands. Let it be a kind of gentle stroking. We're just encouraging this opening in the side of the body, helping us to breathe more deeply. And then coming across to the other side. Just doing the same again, just doing this gentle stroking up and down, almost like the hands are pulling in different directions and stretching the space between the rib cage and the hips. And then coming back with your legs up, and bring your feet as close as you can towards your butt, so that your fingertips can graze the back of the feet. And we're just going to begin to just really slowly lift the base of the body off the floor. So we're going to tilt the pelvis as if we're trying to take the tailbone down towards the feet. And we're just lifting just a little bit, not all the way up into a bridge, but just a little way up, and just beginning to gently sway from side to side. And respect and listen to your body. If your lower back is somewhere that doesn't really like any kind of disturbance, you can even keep it down on the floor and just gently tilt and rock the pelvis from underneath, from on the floor. But if you can, lift and just sway. And then begin to just make some figure of eights here. And we're really imagining that there's liquid in the bowl of the pelvis here, right inside. And as you're lifting one hip and then taking it down to the other, taking the other hip down and then back up, so creating this figure of eight, I want you to imagine that in this bowl of your pelvis is a liquid like honey or treacle, and you're trying to coat the inside by gently rolling it around inside the bowl of your pelvis. So it's like we're gently moving anything that's stuck in here. And let this music kind of guide the movement. Let it be a little bit light and dancey. Maybe reversing the direction, noticing if it feels a bit awkward to reverse direction. And if tension has crept into the top of your body, can you just soften into the floor? We're just gonna, with your arms down on the floor to support you, you're just gonna gently, and again, listen to your body and your spine. We're just gonna gently allow the hips to just drop. So I'm gonna lift and then just drop. And feel that vibration of your pelvis hitting the ground. And you can put your hands underneath to catch your hips if that feels softer for the back of your spine. But we're just using that vibration to almost break up stagnation in the hips. Just lift and drop. Lift and drop. You can close down your eyes and just feel this vibration, just shifting, releasing. And then come to stillness. Stretch out your legs. Lift your arms up above your head. Take a big stretch. Almost as if somebody was pulling your hands and your feet away from each other. rolling over and just coming up gently into an all-fours position. And we're going to be working with the cat-cow, but we're going to be imagining again that we're working with this inside the bowl of the pelvis, so that as we begin to we'll begin with just swaying the hips before we start lifting the spine, but almost imagining that you've got this bowl inside your pelvis and you're just moving the energy inside that, you're moving the liquid around. And as we begin to move into cat-cow, it's coming from this base of the pelvis, so we're tilting the tailbone up towards the ceiling, which then starts to allow the belly to come down towards the floor. The shoulder blades come together, and it doesn't matter how deep this curve is actually. The most important place is between the shoulder blades. We want to kind of make sure the shoulder blades are coming away from the ears, so we're not crunching up. We're just allowing this kind of coming together of the shoulder blades. And then as we tilt the pelvis back down, coming into a cat pose, we're just pushing up through our hands, dropping the head, and just holding here and focusing your attention on your tailbone, on that tucking down, almost like you were drawing your tailbone down towards the floor. And imagining that you're pouring liquid just drop by drop out through the base of your body, just releasing and out through the top of your head. So it's like a release beginning to happen. And letting go, and then just slowly tilting the pelvis one more time, just back into that cow position. Tilting, allowing the spine, the belly to drop towards the floor, the head to gently rise up, but not overextending in the neck. And then sway and release. And now just explore the edges of that. Maybe you bring your hips back towards your heels and you imagine that tailbone pouring down towards the floor. Maybe you come forwards, but just really trying to imagine that we're releasing stagnation, blocks, the things that have hardened and solidified inside us as we get stressed through our days and our weeks. Can you bring some ease to this? Let it be more of a flow and a release. And then come back to sit on your heels. And our final step to really, now we've worked on really moving this liquid down here, on opening up through here and allowing energy to start to become more fluid. We're going to use a down and up motion to release and then draw energy up. So we start to create this flow. So we're going to bring our hands behind us. We're going to sit if it's comfortable sitting on your heels, then do that. You can put a cushion between your butt and your heels if that feels easier. And when we come down towards the floor, if you want to have something to come down onto, you can do that. And it really doesn't matter how far down you come. We're going to have our hands behind us, hands clasped. We're going to, first of all, just bring your shoulders up and back so that your shoulder blades come towards each other and your hands come back down towards the floor. And again, just work with your range of motion here. And we're going to be pulling the arms away from the back. And it might be that you're only pulling them away a tiny amount or barely at all, and that's okay. Or it might be if you've got real hypermobility, that your arms are coming all the way back. But essentially what we're going to do is, as we breathe out, we're going to keep our arms away the whole time. We're going to keep our spine relatively straight, and we're just going to come down on an exhale. Let our forehead either touch the ground or a pillow, or just rest as far as it can. And then as we inhale, we're going to pull ourselves back up. The arms are going to stay away from the body, and we're just going to keep doing this. So just finding your body, your breath's rhythm, exhaling down, inhaling up. And just keep going with that. Close down your eyes. Coming forward as you exhale. Coming up with the inhale. And this is where we begin to move the energy up and down the spine. All of that feeling of disjointed motion, of the sloshing of liquid and the dislodging and the dropping of the pelvis. That's all been so that as we come to this movement, the energy can move. So as you inhale and you bring yourself up, really imagine that you're drawing energy like siphoning liquid up a tube, up towards the top of your head. And as you come down towards the ground, imagine it dissolving back down, traveling out towards the whole of your body. So you're just allowing this energy to spread and diffuse through your body. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Let it be slow. Bring your focus into your body. Focusing on that third eye space between your eyebrows, just above in your forehead. Inside, a few inches inside there, the pituitary, the pineal gland, the master hormone system of your body. In this whole practice, we've actually been working with that inner pharmacy, working with our own energy management system. And the next time you come down to the floor, allow it to stay down there and become a child's pose. So perhaps you drape your body over your thighs with your legs together and your arms behind you, or perhaps you take your legs, your knees wider apart with your heels together, your toes together, and come down into a outstretched arms. But just take a moment here in this child's pose. And we'll gradually begin to transition into our final resting pose. So perhaps you just continue down onto your belly and gently roll onto your back, or you can turn around and face the way you were on your mat. Just find your way to a comfortable lying down position, letting your whole body rest. Take your arms out wide to the side of your body. Let your legs go further towards the sides of your mat, the thighs, the legs just spilling outwards. Your eyes are closed. There's nothing for you to do now. Just notice how it feels in your body. Think back to the beginning of our class, our session together. How did it feel, and how does it feel now? Just being curious. Maybe some things feel the same. Maybe some things feel different. Maybe there's more awareness of how you feel. Or maybe there's a little bit more space the stillness? Can you let yourself drift and release? Let your body breathe for you as you drift away. Giving yourself this moment. I am here, exactly where I'm supposed to be. Gently return a tiny bit of movement to the fingers, letting it move the whole hand, the wrists, beginning to move the toes and the feet, bringing one knee and then the other knee in towards your chest, gathering your knees in a hug around with your arms around them. Slowly making your way onto one side, using the top arm to gently push away from the floor and come up to a comfortable seat. Eyes are closed, bringing your hands to a prayer in front of your chest. Your shoulders are soft, your face is relaxed, your jaw is released. Take a deep breath all the way down to the base of your body. Pause briefly. Be thankful for the life inside you and the life around you as you gently exhale through your mouth. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye. Gently tilt your gaze up towards the sky. Thankful for this energy. Bringing your forehead to the ground. Namaste. Have a great day.